Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, so today I am in Miami, Florida, and we are at the 3-year anniversary of Gifter X Talks that Christopher Kai has been hosting. Let me tell you, many amazing speakers have crossed his stages, including the founder of TED, or the TEDx platform. And today, my next return guest, Linda Kim. Welcome back on the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. First time in Miami.
First time in Miami. Oh my gosh. So far, so good?
Yeah.
All right, so today is a 3-year anniversary of Christopher Kai's Gifter X Talks. How does it feel to be a speaker on the stage commemorating like this event? Like, I'm excited. How do you feel?
I'm so excited. I was looking forward to this, and I actually manifested this last summer, so I'm really excited.
How did you do that? Tell me.
Yeah, well, I had a coach, so I was supposed to write down my goals, my vision board, and one of them was to be a speaker. So just being here is a really big blessing for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tonight you're going to give your talk. This will be out in 5 to 10 days, so don't worry, no spoilers here. You can spoil and tell all you want because this audience is going to hear this way after your speech. So what are you going to talk about tonight?
I'm going to talk about my story of how I pursued my Airbnb business and how I went from tech, corporate 9 to 5, and left it for passive income. And also a little bit of my backstory of kind of the struggles that I experienced, because what I typically have shared is just more of the logistics side of the business. So I'll be getting a little bit more personal for today's story.
What does it feel like to give some of the personal side? Like, and before you answer, I'm going to tell you, I want to share mine with you because Chris was been one of my speaking coaches for years. If I'm bad, it's because of me. It's not because of him for everybody watching. So whatever. But I've earned some good speaking fees. So for whatever that's worth. So if you're hiring out there, you can still book me. I'm really good, promise. But looking back, like one of the things that was the hardest for me was sharing the personal side. And Chris would always say, like you're comfortable with the finance side, you're comfortable with the business, you're comfortable with the entrepreneurial tips, but if you don't share that personal side, like you're not going to get to their heart. Like you're going to stay surface level, you're going to stay on one side of the brain, but you got to share the other part to get to the other side of the brain to get into their heart so they remember you. Man, I've seen people like walk up to Chris 7 years, 8 years later and still remember his speeches from way back when. Like it's insane, but it's because he connects and he shares that personal side. So I know that's a long lead up, but like, how do you feel about that piece of it?
I realized that I felt like it was scary to be vulnerable in front of so many people. And I realized a lot of people feel that way. But Christopher also really encouraged me, well, you have a story that could inspire people. And I thought, oh, wow, really? Because I think when it's your own story, you don't realize how powerful it can be. You just listen to other people's and think, oh, wow, how do they do that? And then you don't realize, oh, I guess that could be me too. So he really encouraged me to speak up and open up. And I realized when I started doing that, I started getting more clients because they were like, oh, well, I was going through that too. I was like, oh, wow. And they're like, I want to hire you now because I feel like you're more relatable. So and now I'm seeing how it can impact people.
So looking at your Airbnb business, I've met you multiple times. I didn't know about the Airbnb business. So talk a little bit more about how you built that and like your journey on that and building it.
Yeah, so I was in tech my whole career for over a decade, and the 9 to 5 corporate, very comfortable. But I realized after I went through a divorce, I thought, okay, I want to do something more with my life, and I want to pursue passive income because I wanted to make more money. So I just looked all over the internet, like, how can I do this? And then I just saw something for Airbnb arbitrage. And saw this mentor living this, extravagant lifestyle and self-made multimillionaire. And thought, oh, I want to do that too. So I ended up hiring him as a mentor while I was in my day job, and then eventually ended up getting laid off shortly after. And
talk about God, like just
the timing,
putting the people in your place when it was the right time.
100%, yeah. And so I thought, because I was eventually wanting to leave anyway, like at some point, but it pushed me to do it sooner. And then I was interviewing, but then I realized I don't want to go back. I want to work for myself. So I just went all in and then ended up making more money, working less hours and never looked back.
Wow. What a story. And how did you, a lot of people at home, and there's people that are considering hiring mentors, coaches, other things. How did you know that it was okay to hire that mentor or that coach, the initial one for the Airbnb? Like, how did you know?
That's such a great question because at the time
Some people are skeptical.
Yeah,
like they're like,
100%.
oh no, whatever.
Yeah.
I can do this myself. I can Google it, and it's like, no, you can't. Nah, it's not that. ChatGPT is not going to teach you. Like, there's a lot of other things that have to be done. Like,
Absolutely.
it's all in the execution. But go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100% because I had never hired a coach at that point.
So scary then.
Yeah. And so I don't know what it was. I had an intuition like, oh, just go, you should do this. And it was $30,000 mentorship. And I thought, I'd never invested in anything like this. And so I don't know why. I just said yes to the mentorship.
Yeah.
And my friends are, I'm going to talk about this today, but they're like, you're crazy. What are you doing? What if he scams you? And I was like, well, I already committed, so I'm going to try. And
that's amazing. And what's interesting about that, and this is the part where I'm going to get on my soapbox for 2 seconds, to pay a mentor, somebody that's done it and that if you think about our system of education, to pay a mentor $30,000 who's made millions from one strategy that you want to learn, your friends would say, no offense to the friends that may watch this, you're crazy or this or that. But to go spend $100,000 to some professors to get a master's that they maybe if your goal is to be a multimillionaire and to do the strategy, those professors are not, unless they're maybe teaching at USC and they make a bunch of money. But other than that, most professors around the country are not multimillionaires.
Exactly.
And so our friends, I'll lump my friends in with your friends on this one. If they were to say you're going to pursue your master's and drop 150 grand, would they say you're crazy?
That's true. No.
No.
They're like, oh, good for you.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Congratulations.
So
all
true.
these posts. Congrats. Congrats on what? Either the debt or like now you can get a new job? That's conditioning in our country.
100%.
Right there for that piece of paper that doesn't necessarily guarantee anything.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I realized from coaching when I did that, it was completely worth it. Because everyone asked, was it worth the money? I'm like, yeah, it changed my entire life. I would probably still be in my 9 to 5 and it's
interesting too because when you look at like the amount of time it compresses, like roughly how long was that coach in that business? Roughly how long?
The mentorship.
Yeah, the mentor.
It was only a month.
No, but him, how long had he been in that business? He or she in general to make that money? Like
probably like 6 years. It wasn't super long.
No, but 6 years of time compressed into 1 month. I disagree.
Exactly.
30 grand for that? Like 6 years of opportunity cost?
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing.
Exactly.
It's pennies compared to what you can make and what you can do with that knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah. As everybody can tell, I'm a big fan. And by the way, I'm not selling anything, but other than the fact that if somebody is more advanced than you in what they're doing, like you got to pay for their time.
Exactly.
Like that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like there's opportunity cost
100%.
There.
Yeah, and you save money in the end because you're making less mistakes, you're jumping in sooner, you're going to be more successful and a lot faster. Because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have probably even pursued any of this. Yeah,
the amount of time, because even time's a big deal. The longer it takes with you thinking and researching, the less likely you are to actually execute, because then doubt creeps in, and then you start asking questions, and then it's all weird, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're committed, you're like, all right, I'm in. What did I do? I already paid for this thing. I might as well go ahead and do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So on your end, I know sometimes individuals, like after they've benefited from the coaching process and they've, built businesses like you have with your Airbnb and you're doing very well. Are you offering the ability for others to work with you now, or how does that part work?
Yeah, I am. So I am coaching other people to do what I do. And I've had people that are, whether they're stay-at-home moms or they're in tech and they want to do passive income. So I just really realized how much it changed my life. And when I'm helping other people change their life, it's so fulfilling that. So now I'm teaching people how to, generate passive income. You create a whole LLC with the business. It's like a legit business.
Yeah.
You're fixing your credit. So it's all these little things that, are helping your life. And then you get this whole passive income on top of it.
Man, that's huge. I love it. And I'm a big fan of when somebody's received a benefit to pay that blessing forward and to duplicate themselves so that now other people can be blessed as well. So that's what I think. Like the days, in my opinion, of just, you have that knowledge, you hide it, you just have to guard it. I like this new realm of business that we're in our age, where it's like there's plenty of opportunity. There always was, but that feeling in business of like where you can help others, you can 100%. Teach them. Like there's plenty of pie, there's plenty of Airbnb business all around the country and world. Like there's enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's enough to go around.
And in the past, or some people may still have this feeling, which I don't agree with, is that there's a limit. It's like, well, if I teach people this strategy, that hurts you. It's like,
true.
No.
True.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
There's more opportunity. There's more that'll be out there. There's more wealth. We got to keep the money moving.
Yep. And funny because my client actually asked me that, is what I'm doing going to interfere with what you're doing? Oh, no, you're fine. There's like plenty of opportunity. I want you to thrive.
Yes, exactly. And then now you're creating future partners.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that you can partner on deals with and do other things in your own community.
Exactly. Yeah. And I partner with my own mentor too. So it's just win for everybody.
I didn't even know that, right? But it's just common sense. Like everybody's going to win from that because the more success you create for others, the more for yourself. And you want to be around, I mean, you don't want to just accumulate money and be the only one with it. Like it's no fun. You want your friends and you want other people to have it too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So last thing I want you to do, Linda, because I know you're getting ready for your speech tonight. Looking at the camera, how do people follow up if they want to learn more about your Airbnb business on either way, whether it's coaching, whether it's or your speaking career, all of that? Like, how do people connect with you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram on itslinda.kim. And I do a little bit of TikTok, not too much, but mainly on Instagram.
Awesome. Yeah. And for everybody watching, just so you know, we'll definitely put the links in the show notes so you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Linda, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Get them tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.